Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes Elon Musk? Well, not yet. Not yet, but close. Apparently, the chief twit is tired of being the bad guy and is getting ready to leave his government role. This is at least according to a report from the Washington Post, who said that Musk is tired of what he sees as, quote, vicious and unethical attacks from the left. So, first of all, blaming this all on the left is completely ignoring the criticism coming from, of course, people who have been affected by the Doge cuts. Okay. And it's not just the left that has been affected by the Doge cuts. Okay. And so all this, stuff that's going on with the different agencies that are closing down. You also have, the U.S. aid that was closed down that bought a lot of, like vegetables or agricultural products from farmers who are generally Trump supporters, not all of them. And so the damage that Elon Musk has done is, well, long lasting. Let's just say that. Quite long lasting. Okay. And so, look, calling it the left, absolutely ridiculous. It's about as dumb as calling things caring about people the woke mind virus. Okay, absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, as far as unethical goes, really? You want to talk about unethical? Oh, it's unethical to criticize me. What? No, it's hilarious. No, I love making fun of Elon Musk, and I will not stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Even when he's gone. And look, here's the thing, though. Okay, I'm not talking about the vandalism of Teslas or anything. Let's be very, very clear about that. Okay, but making fun of Elon Musk online is great. The peaceful protests that have been held against him and Doge is great, and that's because he has such an incredibly thin skin. Okay, he's so paper soft. Okay, like seriously, velvety. Okay, very, very thin skinned, very easy to trigger, easy to upset. And he wants everyone to think that no, it is I who are upsetting you. It is you that is triggered, sir. No, no, not at all. It's again absolutely hilarious. But here's the thing, though. Okay, he is set to leave anyway. His special government employee status expires at the end of next month. So either way, he's out the door. Okay, but that said, his influence in the administration is not what it used to be. It wasn't, because he used to have a lot more sway in the administration because he gave over $250 million towards Donald Trump's reelection. But since then, that has waned. Okay. And part of that is people disagreeing with him, obviously. But then, of course, you also have him trying and failing to buy the Wisconsin Supreme Court seat. So that's a big hit against him, okay? And he's also extremely unpopular with the American people, and that is reflecting poorly on Donald Trump, and that's something that Donald Trump does not like, okay? And there are other examples, by the way. The New York Times reported last week that the acting commissioner of the IRS was being replaced after Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent complained that Musk had his preferred candidate installed without Bessent's support. So the internal fighting that is happening in the Trump administration is fantastic. Everybody is trying to jockey themselves into a more powerful or better position. And it's basically it's dog eat dog there. Okay. They're not cohesive. They're all trying to get something from Trump. Okay. All trying to get something. Now, Musk has also annoyed other cabinet members by failing to coordinate with them in these so-called cost-cutting moves, which, by the way, they're not really saving the American people money. They're actually spending more money. Doge has actually been incredibly expensive because they've got six-figure incomes. the people that are working for Doge. And again, their savings are basically non-existent. Disastrous. Now, another reason Musk is looking forward to hitting the exit, his company, Tesla's not doing very well. So he's got several companies, but Tesla kind of his baby in a way. I guess more so SpaceX than Tesla being his baby, because he bought Tesla from someone else. And that's something that you don't hear really a lot about. The fact that his company, that company, was started by other people. And that he just came in and bought it and then took all the, took all their success, basically, at that point. So now Tesla, according to Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives, is facing a code red moment. Code red. Musk needs to leave government, take a major step back on Doge, and get back to being CEO of Tesla full time, Ives wrote to his clients on Sunday, according to Bloomberg. Tesla is Musk, and Musk is Tesla. And anyone who thinks the brand damage Musk has inflicted is not a real thing, spend some time speaking to car buyers in the US, Europe, and Asia. You know, the three major car markets. Yeah, especially for EVs. And you will think differently after those discussions. Tesla has unfortunately become a political symbol globally of the Trump administration / Doge. Ives added, going on to argue that the company faces potentially 15% to 20% permanent demand destruction for future Tesla buyers due to the brand damage Musk has created with Doge. Now, it's not just brand damage as well, but he's just making crappier cars. I mean, you look at the Cybertruck, they're like gluing on the fenders, the quarter panels, and they're falling off. They've been recalled like 7 or 8 times, I think. And so they keep getting recalled for ridiculous things because they're not built very well. Whereas European cars, built much better. Hate to say it, but they are built much better. So the EVs, and by the way, they're also domestic car makers, the Ford, Chevy, etc., that are also making better EVs. That's it. And so that's a big part of their problem. So it's not just the brand damage, it's also their cars suck. All right. Now, anyway, the Post also revealed that some officials had refused to comply with Elon Musk's requirement that federal employees send weekly emails listing 5 things that they did the previous week. So that's part of his waning influence. Just 2 days after Musk's order was issued on February 22nd, the Office of Personnel Management stated in a briefing for human resources officers that participation was voluntary, and not doing so would not be considered a resignation, an email obtained by the Post shows. So Musk came out and said, well, if you don't send me 5 things that you have done, I will consider this a resignation, and then immediately got undercut. Like, no, he doesn't actually mean that. That we're not doing that. All right, just go back to work. All right, do your thing. The email also said the office didn't intend to do anything with the messages, and so the agencies are essentially back to doing their own thing, with most of them no longer requiring the emails. There are a small number of departments that thought, this might be a good idea after all. They follow the mandate, while others do require the emails but do not follow up to check for compliance or track responses in a way that employees have noticed. Many of those still sending those emails are sending similar messages each week or are viewing them as a joke, because it is a joke. Elon Musk is a joke. Donald Trump is a joke. Unfortunately, it's one of the ones that are not funny, so that's how you can tell it's right-wing comedy. Nobody's laughing. Nobody's laughing, except for the people that are laughing at Elon Musk. But that said, Musk leaving the government is not going to fix his problems. He has done too much damage. People know too much about him, way too much about him. Like his weird, legion of babies that he's trying to build. with different women, different baby mamas to bring them into a compound. This is like Waco all over again. Okay, shit's gonna get weird if that happens. If he brings women to his compound. Okay, that's never good. He has killed pretty much all of the goodwill that he had amassed over the years from the very customer base that actually helped make him rich. And by the way, it mostly, let's be honest, most of the money that Elon Musk has amassed is actually through government contracts, government spending, through SpaceX mainly. But still, his customer base, you ain't got conservatives out there that are rushing in to buy electric vehicles. Just saying. So, look, while he may be leaving the administration, well, he will be at least by next month, he still is the recipient of a ton of government money. So, and he has set it up to where he's going to continue to get that sweet, sweet government cash. Talking Points memo reported that Musk is working with Palantir and Enderal. Okay, one of those Palantirs, the Peter Thiel, that company, based on terrible things from the Lord of the Rings, to try to build Donald Trump's Golden Dome. Of course, it has to be golden. Everything's got to be golden. Surprised the showers aren't. Oh, no. let's not go there.
Sexual anarchy.
Not interested in that. But this apparently this Golden Dome would be a fleet of surveillance and attack satellites, which is, why? Why would you need that? You don't. But Musk and Thiel proposed making this network of hundreds of satellites into, guess what? A subscription service. Prescription. We're all going to need one. But apparently this subscription service that the Musk, Thiel, plus Lucky Consortium would own and the Pentagon would subscribe to. Oh, yes. What happens if you don't pay your Golden Dome bill? Your subscription for that month? Would you stop working, or does it shoot missiles into the country? These are important questions, okay, that need to be asked. Some Pentagon officials have expressed concern internally about relying on the subscription-based model for any part of the Golden Dome. Two sources told Reuters, such an arrangement would be unusual for such a large and critical defense program. So if they manage to get a subscription model for this Golden Dome, what hope do we have of having normal things that are not subject to having to pay subscriptions? Like what's next? Anybody who drives a Tesla got to pay the subscription to use the frickin' brakes? Oh, yeah, well, that's going to turn out great. But you know what? They probably want to do that. And maybe I should stop giving them ideas. This guy. I mean, look, it's all about making sure that Musk and his friends continue to get more and more money from the federal government as he continues to lose people, lose actual customers. Okay. And this is even after he leaves government. He's setting this up. He's setting himself up to keep that, sweet, sweet taxpayer money coming into his businesses. And he's hoping that he can disappear back into the bushes to avoid the smoke of being the public face of Donald Trump, the Trump administration's disastrous cuts. I do not believe it is going to work. In fact, I hope that it fails. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.